And we're live.
I'm not going to do that then.
No, don't worry. We'll sort out links for everything. So, welcome to Darker Days Radio on Gehenna Gaming presents Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, a campaign of Enemy Within. I am one of the regular hosts of Darker Days Radio and Darkhammer, Chris. We are joined by David, who is our GM as always for Warhammer.
Lord and Master, I'll have you know. I'm Lord
Sorry?
and Master today.
Yeah. We are joined also by Mike, as always.
Hello.
We are joined by Crystal.
Hello.
And we have a new player who enters the world that was the old world. We have Ben. Hello, Ben.
Pleasure, everyone.
Right. I'm going to shut up now because Dave's running the show.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. We have a new player, Ben. He is hopefully going to be staying with us throughout the rest of, or for a period of time within the campaign.
Until he dies.
Until he dies. I would say, given what's going to happen in this episode, maybe about half an hour. We'll see. Obviously, we're missing our erstwhile peasant again today. Chigg is unfortunately having to work, so Klaus is off somewhere with a dwarf still.
Yes.
Possibly. We'll see. We will bring Ben's character in a second, so we will get Ben to introduce your character when he comes in. It won't take long as these three don't do too much fuckery.
I'm here for the ride.
Yeah.
Make no promises.
Yeah.
Make no promises. Yeah, so what we did do, though, if everybody remembers, is we left a month ago because of Virtual HorrorCon, which was amazing. Our last game was a month ago. I left you on a bit of a cliffhanger, and it was a brilliant cliffhanger. I thought it just worked out in the session just to end at that right special moment. But yeah, so you had been sat in the pub, you'd been kind of exchanging messages with the lawyer about this inheritance, and then suddenly you noticed that there was nobody else in the pub. It just kind of been evacuated somehow, mysteriously. All the windows and doors suddenly shut and you got locked in, and you heard a voice from outside. I will repeat what was said, just to kind of remind you. Castelliberung, otherwise known as the Magister Impedimante of the Cult of the Purple Hand, in the name of the Emperor, I arrest you and your companions for conspiring with chaos, murder, theft, and other crimes hereinafter to be enumerated. Lay down your weapons and surrender. And you hear that voice coming from the back of the pub, from outside. You heard that, and then almost as soon as the voice ends, you heard the same voice scream. Bodily, full-hearted terror coming from his voice, and then you heard kind of like blood spatter and bodies ripping apart and kind of general viscera kind of sounds coming from the back of the pub. And that is where we left you.
Shit.
So you're trapped in the pub and something really bad has just happened outside the back of the pub.
Okay, we got to get out of here. All right, Francesco, Mari, do we go for the roof? Do we go to the basement? What do you think?
We should make haste to the roof. We can jump from there.
Okay. This Magister fellow sounds like he's serious business. We don't want to get involved with him.
A Magister? What the hell is a Magister?
I don't know.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Sounds like some kind of bureaucrat, and those are scary.
No, he's essentially law enforcement, which is worse. So let's
go. Oh my gosh.
I look around like, who's broken the law today? And
Who hasn't?
yeah, well, Francesco, knowing that because Francesco is masquerading as this person, this Magister apparently, who they thought they were going to inherit a shit ton of money, is obviously quite pale looking at the prospect of what's going on and quickly legs it upstairs. I'll obviously draw my rapier now.
Cool. So yeah,
I'll also have my pistol ready. I don't have any ammo in it because I don't think we've had a chance to buy any shot for it. But
no.
it looks threatening.
The real question is, do you have nice buttons?
Oh god, yeah.
There you are. Then use them.
He went shopping in Altdorf and has this proper full-on nice outfit and mask and everything.
Oh yeah, I've got my mask on and everything. Yeah. Oh, I bring it back down and start running.
Yeah,
There were two
her
pistols, weren't there?
blade.
Mary has has the other pistol, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mari has the other pistol. She has one shot in it, though. I think.
You have one shot, Matt. I was going to say I thought there was a shot somewhere around.
Scary
Yeah, so
times.
you can run upstairs. When you get upstairs, it's a corridor and there are rooms on either side of the building. So you can go into a left or right. You can look over the back alley where you heard the screams.
Ooh. Is there a window looking over the back alley that we're passing?
No.
Is there a room?
You have to go into a room.
Oh, okay.
Are the
all appear
rooms
to be
locked?
empty. No, some of them seem to have been left rather quickly in a bit of a state, as if maybe they've been ushered
Right.
out.
We can jump out the back.
Yeah, we want to jump from a window onto another rooftop and escape that way.
Yeah, I think that's the best way.
Um,
And we
Yep.
can't do that from the front, so we're gonna have to look for a
it's the
a
back
side
alleyway.
window or the back.
It's gonna be the back alleyway, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Francesco, you go
All right.
first.
Cheers.
Oh, okay.
Kicks open the door, pistol pointed, looking menacing. No,
the
is
room
there-
Yeah, the room is empty. Whichever room you choose, it's going to be empty. There's going to be clothing scattered around. The bucket has been spilled. It smells a little bit festive,
Excellent.
as if maybe it was knocked over on a quick run out. There's a wine bottle tipped over as well, and the shutters on the window are closed. They look like they've just been pulled to, but not actually locked.
Come on, Francesco, open the window. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, okay, let's open the window.
Cool. As you open the window
Slowly.
and you peek your head out a little bit, you notice that the air outside and the atmosphere of the alley is remarkably peaceful. It's like there's a calm has descended upon the alleyway. There is nothing moving in directly below you, or directly kind of if you just kind of scan slightly left and right. But if you look further down the alley, you notice a bit of a stain, a red stain left out the kind of where you'd expect the back door of the pub to be, and you see kind of the remains of a body that has been clearly ripped to shreds. What you also see further down the alley is you see another character running towards this body. Having heard the screams echoing through the streets, you see this, what appears to be a wizard running towards the body. Don't know why he's running towards the body. This seems like a really bad idea for a wizard to do these things, but this is where we bring Ben in. You are running towards the screams. You may not have seen the body. I'll leave that to you. But the terror drew you.
Hmm.
It sounded slightly like there might have been heresy. Guessing being a wizard, you've got second sight.
Yeah.
Cool. Make me a perception. We're going to start off straight away. Make me a average. Sorry, average, not easy. An average perception check. So that's your perception skill plus 10.
Okay. Because of the plus 10, that's a pass, but bang on my number, 51.
Cool. Okay. You notice that there is definitely chaotic magic within the air.
Oh dear. Well.
Specifically over where the body would be, whether you've seen it. Also, you'll know that there's been something there.
Well, that don't seem right. I start like looking around, trying to follow the sort of the trails of chaotic magic floating through the air.
It just kind of dissipates. It's as if something was there but has now just kind of disappeared. You can't track it. But as you are looking around, you notice a Tillian's head sticking out of a window of the pub, kind of staring at you.
All right, there. Do you see what happened here?
I saw nothing going on whatsoever. I have no part of this at all.
I figured you didn't look like the sort to be manifesting any magics.
Magic? No, I'm
Nope.
I'm from Talia. We have no dealings in such blasphemy.
Right, you are. But you didn't see nothing of import.
No, if you do not mind, I must, you do not see me at all here, and, he's gonna get ready to leap onto the nearby rooftop.
Right, you're gonna do a jump from the window to the opposite room.
I've got, obviously it's the start of a new session, so that means we've got all of our
Fate and
fortune
resolve and
back.
everything back, yeah.
No, do we? No, we don't get all our resolve back at the
You don't
start
get
of
your
the
result,
session.
no. That comes back if you do something fun. So if you actually manage to make this jump and don't die, I might give it you back.
Well, yeah, it does fit with my thrill seeker motivation. That means I get back resilience.
But yeah, all your fate is and fortune is back up or whatever, whichever way.
It'll be fortune. I don't know if I've used up my fate yet. No, I've not used any fate. I've got 1 point of resilience left. Yeah, I'm gonna leap.
Cool. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 10-foot gap. So it's quite a large gap here, and it's a 12-foot drop.
Okay.
So you are going to need to make an athletics check.
Is there a window opposite on a lower level?
Oh no, this is a terrible idea.
No.
Shit.
It's a brick wall.
Oh, fuck.
There is something for you to grab onto. I'm just going to try and find out what the success levels on jump is.
So I don't know if I can get across.
That's your problem.
I'm going to definitely guess it's there's a skill called jump up, but I'm guessing it's not that.
Yeah, because I've got strong legs as well. That gives me a +1 success level for leaping.
Cool. We'll say it's a challenging jump, so it's going to be an athletics check. It's challenging, so +0.
Okay.
But if you fail, you are going to fall.
Right.
This is a great introduction to your character.
Yeah, this is really good. I'm just checking on where is it? It's resilience. I've got let's see. I'm actually going to spend. I'm going to spend my single point of resilience I've got right now because it fits with thrill seeking, and I'm going to choose the result.
Yep.
And succeed. Screw it. I'm just going to succeed. I'm going to go for a 0-1, which will mean it will give me 4 success levels and 5 because I've got strong legs.
Cool. Okay, I've just found the leaping rules.
Fuck you.
Basically, the test is challenging +0. On a success, each success level adds an extra foot to the leap. So you've only jumped 5 foot.
But adds an extra foot to the leap.
You can leap your movement in feet. So what's your movement?
My movement is 4, so
That's 9.
9 feet.
I'll say you make it. Just because I've only just found the rules and the exact thing. So
Would
I'll
it not
say-
be a running jump? Well, that's
It's a run-
16 foot. That would be too far. And plus, it's out a window.
Yeah, and you just kind of like, if you did the dive, you'd be going head first into a wall,
Yeah.
which would be even better. But I'll say you make it. You are now dangling
Scrabbling.
gutter, trying to get up onto the roof. Gertrude and Murray, you have just
All right,
seen the Tillian talk to
yeah.
somebody and then jump.
Gertrude pushes past Mari and runs to the window, looks around, sees Francesco, looks down at this gentleman that had been shouting about magic.
All right.
You there?
Yep.
Are you an older character or
No,
younger?
so Eric is sort of a relatively young, sort of 6 foot, really broad and burly looking young man, dressed head to toe in various shades of reds, oranges, but he doesn't have the sort of the physique of like the stereotypical wizard in your head. He's much more sort of country bumpkin that looks like he's been lifting hogs and stuff for most of his life.
Perfect for our group. You there, young lad? Are you a wizard? You were shouting about magic before.
Yep, I am. Well,
Excellent. Perfect.
whoa,
Perfect.
whoa,
Perfect.
no,
Perfect. Magic me across. Can you magic me across to the other
don't
side
think
so I
you
can
quite
follow the
understand-
Tillian there?
No, you're misunderstanding the sorts of
What am I
winds at my
misunderstanding?
fingertip. Well, I could magic you across, but I imagine that you would end in more of a an ashy state more than in your present constitutional outfit. I'm not the sort of magic that helps with jumping, I must admit. Though I could, if you were to lean out of the window, I could help you down, miss.
Oh.
I wanted to say that to the gentleman before he jumped, but he seemed mighty inspired.
Well, if you could help me down, I would
Happily.
greatly appreciate it, young man.
Yep. And I'll sort of like
okay.
walk over, grab a barrel, and then just step up and just, there you are, miss.
Oh, well, thank you. Okay. David, what kind of a roll do I need to make, or is there any roll?
I'm gonna say
Purposely jumping down is an average athletics test.
you're not really jumping though, so.
Well, it's
maybe-
falling. That's falling. That's the rules for
With
purposefully
style.
falling.
Oops.
Yeah, let's just
Yeah,
do that.
I'll make an athletics, easy athletics roll to fall down, and we'll see if I break something or if I'm caught.
If you are purposely falling,
I purposely fall and I succeed. There's no levels of success, but I succeed.
yay! So you are helped down, slightly awkwardly. The barrel wobbles a little bit as Eric stood on it, trying to handle you in a way that is not going to cause impropriety or anything. And you get down safely, but slightly wobbly. Mary, you are now left in this room all by yourself, alone.
Any more for any more?
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. There's Mari up there. Mari, there's a nice young lad. He's strapping and young, and he can help you down.
All right. Mari's gonna look over at Francesco, measure the distance, go. That's gonna end poorly for me.
Francesco is is scrabbling back up onto the top of the roof and is just going like, looks around and just goes, and is about to leg it in the opposite direction, leaving you behind.
No. So actually, I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go down, but Gertrude, as soon as I get down, we should probably take off. We need to get
I
as far
wouldn't
away
recommend
as possible.
running away from the scene of a crime like this. I'd probably recommend waiting for the watch so I can explain that you.
No.
weren't involved.
Normally I'd be okay with
You
trying to talk our
friend.
way out of these things, but let's see. This was like some sort of, I think it was some kind of bureaucratic dispute. This was like a.
No, this was chaos. This was.
Well, he was looking. No, this guy. He was like, I think. Wow, I forgot what he said he was. Like a witch hunter or something, and he was looking for a magister. I think it was like some sort of a tax issue.
There's gonna
But
be
listen,
lawyers
I don't want to deal with
involved.
the city watch
Let's
right
go.
now.
Cool. Are you going to climb down though, Mary? We'll just do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb down.
Yeah, do an average, so plus 20 athletics.
Athletics. Oh, my athletics is not bad.
You've got plus 20 to it, so hopefully.
No, I got I needed a 51. I got a 57.
Oh.
A little failure.
If
That
you
won't be that
reduce,
bad.
so it's a failure if you successfully count. If you reduce the distance you count as well, you suffer damage from the fall. You suffer falling damage.
To grab her as she sort of, I imagine, miss lowers herself down as the
her hands would
creeps and
probably like
falls.
give out before
So
you
what?
can
What I'm
grab
going to do? I'm going to say you're going to fall 1 foot, which is technically 1d10 plus 3 damage.
What?
But because Eric is there to catch you, I'm going to make it 1d5 and straight. And you can obviously take your armor if you've got any armor. And your toughness bonus as well, actually, because your toughness reduces your damage. So I've rolled in 3, and I'm guessing your toughness bonus is probably higher than that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cool. So you land in a sprawl on top of Eric. Basically, as
barrel grabs
you, the barrel tips, and he kind of brings
She's
you
like,
down on top of it.
drops a couple of F-bombs as she goes down and slides. Like, rolls over, stands up, offers her hand to help you up.
Oh, most kind. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Goes, wonderful. Now you're coming with us.
What?
Yep, we gotta leg it.
Come on, Gertrude, we gotta go.
Yep.
Can you all make me, before you do leg it, all make me perception checks?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Of course.
Even Francesco, even though he's probably not going to notice this, because
I'm legging it.
Francesco's going to be hard. Everybody else is going to be.
2 success levels.
Okay, cool.
4 failures.
Nah, I don't see
4
squat.
failure
I'm already
levels.
running towards the edge of.
Yeah.
One level of success.
Cool. Okay. Gertrude, you're just like Francesco. No. Not paying attention to anything other than the Tillian pegging it. Eric and Mary, as you kind of end up in a heap and things, you notice the remains of the body. You notice that there are 2 letters sticking out of his pocket. Eric, because you got
I run and grab them.
One of them looks like it has an official seal on it of some form.
I grab both of them.
Oh, yes.
Cool.
I grab both of them.
I am going to send something through Discord for one of them, and the other one I'll tell you what it is in a second. I just need to not send it through that one because that will go to everybody. Let's put it in this one.
Gertrude's hoping it's like a tax invoice or something.
Yes.
Please be a tax invoice. Please don't be anything bad.
Oh
Maybe a
no, it's
tax
gonna be
waiver.
horrible. I know it.
Nah.
Oh,
That's
it will
great.
be.
Blank check.
It's Warhammer.
Cool. So
We thought
there
the
you
other
go.
one was
It's
a
in
blank
the
check too, and
Discord.
look where that got us.
Yeah.
I will just find this as well and actually read it out for everybody who is not here, obviously. Where has it gone on my screen? There we go. So this is a letter. So the one which has the official seal on it, it is a letter. It says, for the personal attention of Herr Adolphus Kustos, the 9 Stars Coaching Inn, the Middenheim Road, Altdorf. To my dear Herr Kustos, you may recall a certain conversation we had last browse out in the public bar of the Hook and Hatchet in Nuln. At that time, you mentioned your interest in the activities of a certain society whose name I shall not mention here. In particular, you were very anxious to trace the whereabouts of a certain officer, known only as the Magister Impedimante. I am now able to confirm each and every one of your suspicions. After your departure, I made some discreet inquiries and managed to ascertain that the person you seek uses the name Castelliberung. In accordance with your plan, Herr Lieberung will be travelling towards Altdorf on the Middenheim Road at some time towards the end of the month of Yardrung. I have also had the good fortune to secure a likeness of Herr Lieberung, which I enclose with this letter. I remain, sir, your most obedient servant, Hugh F. And that is the letter, which is in his pocket, which has the seal on it. The other thing on there is a, it's an advert for the Scharfenfest, and on top of in it, one of the articles is circled in red ink, and it's the Dr. Malthusius's Zootopia, and it's circled in red, and it just says mutant ?
All right. I'm going to make sure I can try to preserve the seal as much as possible.
You've got the skills. You're used to these things, being the sleuth that you are.
Yep. And I am going to put them in. I think I have like a watertight bag for my paper.
If you don't, I do.
Fairly certain I do.
Yeah.
You'll have some form of protection for it. It might be slightly bloody. Well, there's definitely bloodstains on these things. Let's say there's quite clearly massive holes in this person's chest. You can't really tell the face. The face doesn't really exist either.
Blood's never really bothered me. It's the destruction of the documents that I'm worried about. So we're going to put them in there.
Ooh.
And then...
Sorry, I've just remembered as well about this. As you pick it up, do make me another perception check, please, Crystal.
Yeah.
This
Difficulty?
one it's going to be. I'm going to call it average. So plus 20. The face is mangled, but not that mangled.
Yeah, I got 5 levels of success.
You know who this person is. You have seen this person a few times before. This is the person in Altdorf who called over the people who scratched their nose. It is the person who was in Altdorf on the docks who was shooting at you with a crossbow.
Oh. Okay.
Huh?
That was when you guys were all drunk.
Yeah,
That was when Gertrude killed somebody. Yeah.
I'm gonna have some questions about this when we get to a safe spot, but we gotta go. We gotta get out of here.
Yes, we gotta go. I'm gonna grab Eric by the hand, go, hey, you're coming with us now. Let's go on an adventure. Run. And-
Oh shit!
Can I make a roll for Francesco leaping another building now?
In tall bow.
Yes, please do.
So currently, there's a mad Talian in a big floppy hat with a mask that has a long nose and a cape, running across the
away from
rooftop.
screaming noises.
Yeah. I've got to run up, so that means I get plus 20 on my jumping, and I'm jumping from one rooftop to another. I'm going to basically go the easiest route. If it means I can get down, like I can jump to a lower rooftop, I will do.
I will say if you get 2 success levels, that will allow you to drop a level.
Is there a cart full of hay? Because then I can kind of do an Ezio.
There is very much a cart full of hay.
There is a cart full of hay.
There is very much a cart full of very soft, squishy, wonderfully warm, enclosing, rotten hay.
Yeah. Bueno. I easily do that. I get a 60, and my target was 63.
Cool. Yes, you have managed to land. You are now covered in rotten, stinking hay. Bit like cat hair on black clothes.
Yeah. Because I'm wearing completely black. Jesus Christ.
But you are now down. The other 3 are a little bit further behind you. Obviously, they've been poking your squishy body for a little bit, but they're not too far behind you.
I'll wait behind the cart because obviously, likely we're all going to run back to the inn that we're staying at.
Yeah. So
Sure.
I'm going to say you all meet up now. At the end of the alleyway. I'll say you're about 200 meters away from the mess.
That was a mighty impressive leaping you did there, sir.
Yes. Who is the? And I look you up and down. What are you dressed in? How are you dressed?
Literally, sort of. It's country bumpkin meets Altdorf mage. So the sort of
imagining Rincewind.
Yeah, almost. A little less magey and a little bit more like someone has like done their absolute best to put together what they believe is what wizards dress like,
Like
based
a
on
type of thing.
Well, it may have once been curtains. But it's sort of oranges and yellows and reds, but it's all sort of peasant garb that's being converted into sort of the long flowing battle robes of a fire mage. But it's not quite there yet. It's all the sort of the imagined of this is what these people dress like, because that's what stays in the stories and things like that.
So you're on your way to join the Colleges of Magic. You've not yet been inducted in and given all the official robes and looks yet. You're on your way.
Yeah, basically, I am traveling from a village off in the mountains and come down through the pass, and have ended up in.
So you've
in
had
this...
initial training by an actual wizard, and now he's sent you off to university.
Basically, yeah, I was discovered, and it was quite confusing because no one's from our village has ever gone anywhere, and when I accidentally blew up the mill, that was most unfortunate.
Oh. Well, that shows your power there, Eric. Now, Eric, you mentioned the mountains. Are you from the?
You broke up a little bit there. What did you say?
Are you from the Grey Mountains to the west of Bogenhofen?
Aye, that is correct.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Gertrude kind of nudges Mari like, "Oh, we're going that direction. This guy could be pretty handy. Andy's a wizard."
Mm-hmm.
Just to clarify, I can tell that none of you had a hand in that, but are you sure running away is the best way here? I mean, not to put it in too fine terms, but I'm not exactly the most subtle of things, and a fleeing wizard
Eric,
is never a good sign, is what I was told.
Sometimes the best way to continue on with your life is to run away.
No, that I am most certain of. I just wanted to make sure that you don't want to try and explain that you had no hand in this, and I can as a wizard confirm that, because none of you have the taint of chaos or the winds of magic on you. No?
Do we have any taint of chaos? Hold on a second. I need to check my character sheet.
You have some corruption, but I don't think it's that much.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
Have. Oh, I do.
Yeah, I do too. I have 2 points of corruption.
I have 1 point of corruption.
It's not enough for mutation.
Yeah, it's not enough for.
Kind of when it hits your willpower level.
Yeah.
Your willpower bonus. So you're fine at the moment. He says.
Should we trust this wizard? We do not have their kind in my homelands, and I do not trust this superstitious claptrap.
What? Listen, Francesco, you can see clearly that from his robes and everything that he is a sanctioned wizard of the colleges of Altdorf. He's perfectly fine to trust. He's got all the paperwork and everything. So I think that Eric, I vote, is completely safe and to keep around, and he's going to be very useful when we go and talk to this this crown prince, because now we have a wizard with us. That's going to make us seem even more appealing for our adventure into the Grey Mountains.
He also has already said we have had nothing to do with this.
True.
And he witnessed it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's very true.
I would like to circle back to talking to a crown prince. Is that optional? Is because I'm not too good at talking to people in authority.
Don't worry, Eric. I got your back.
That's brawl then. That is.
Who was the dead man in the alleyway?
My guess is he was Herr Adolphus Kuftas.
Close enough.
Yeah, he said that, didn't he? In his short speech before he went splat.
Have we ever met him before?
I don't recall meeting an Adolphus before. That's a pretty peculiar name. I think I remember that. Sounds kind of Norsican.
No, we did meet him briefly.
What?
In Altdorf.
We did?
He was, yes, he was on the docks. He was the one signaling to the others about us.
Oh,
I don't know
the
if you
gentleman
saw
with the crossbows.
Yes. That
Oh,
was
did
him.
we not try and shoot him?
We did.
Yes. Well, we shot someone there. Yeah.
We shot someone, but not him, apparently.
We did not know he was the witch hunter.
Oh,
So Francesco. Francesco, I'm gonna hand him the letter that I got. This is
shit.
on his person. Be careful of the seal and the signature. I'm gonna need that later.
Right. So he and his crossbowmen killed those 2 guys who had the purple hand tattoo on them.
Yes.
Peculiar. And didn't he say something about the purple hand, this Magister Impedimante, and the purple hand as well?
Yes.
Ah.
So Caster Lieberung is the head of this gang?
Yeah, it must be a gang of some sort. I mean, who else would call themselves the Purple Hand?
It seems we've made a grave error trying to impersonate him and take his money. Shit.
Well, here's the question. Were the lawyers working with this Kufzos, or were they just did he just stumble upon us as we were trying to get this money?
Was the money a trap?
I don't think so. Based on this, what this letter says, he wouldn't have known. Yeah, he wouldn't have known that that was the reason for this Caster Lieberung to be heading to Bogenhofen. He just knew he was going to Altdorf. He didn't know the reason why.
But by the time we were at Altdorf, he was already dead.
They knew he was heading that way.
So he set up an ambush in
Did
Altdorf,
they?
and we escaped.
Or so Francesco, do you remember when we got to Altdorf and we were walking in the street and you were signaled by those guys at the pub?
Yes. The guys with the scratching of the nose.
Were they being followed by this guy?
Yes.
Could be. So here's what we have to ask ourselves. Do we want to still go to these lawyers and try to defraud a gang out of however many gold crowns? What is it? 20,000 gold crowns? If we could get that money and run to the Grey Mountains, we could live as kings.
I suspect there are 2 ways through this. One, either they have the money and we take it all, or 2, they don't have the money, but we can clear my name. Or we can reveal that I am not Caster Lieberung, and it is all some ploy.
All 3. You just continue and you become the leader of a cult.
A leader of a gang, yes.
I don't see any cult activity here.
No.
Aside from
the
the spontaneous eruption of that there gentleman, that falls directly into what I would classify as cult activity.
Eric, please. We don't have cults around here.
This is a quick thing. How is
howling
Eric
and crunching and
Sorry?
Eric is just suddenly hearing all of this weird crap that you've gone through.
The facial expressions is entirely accurate. Eric has literally no clue what is going on, and is quickly getting to that sort of, all right, I have found myself a bunch of insane people, and I need to find the nearest marshal because these people need to be sort of swaddled and maybe put somewhere without the sun because everyone knows that it's the sun that drives people mad. Just out of curiosity, I don't suppose there is the likeness that was mentioned in the letter.
You still... Oh no, you didn't have any of the images, did you? You only had the affidavit and stuff, didn't you?
You just said that there were 2 documents. There was the letter and the article, but there was no picture.
No, there was no picture. No. Cool.
Interesting.
I just want to point out that means that either he left it somewhere, or he deputized and gave it to someone else.
Oh shit, Eric,
would-
you're right.
Which would
We need to
mean
find that picture.
Yeah, you need to find that picture because whoever has that picture and wherever it might be is the only thing currently tying you to 20,000 gold crowns.
20,000. Think of what you could do with that, Eric. Well,
I
mean,
I
we'd have to
already
split
am.
it. We'd have to split
I already
it,
have some ideas.
I guess 4 ways now.
But what Si wants to point out is that isn't small town money. That's like the operating funds of Altdorf for like half a year, isn't it?
Maybe the operating funds of Kemperbad for half a year.
Right. Okay. So you don't get to disappear with that sort of money. That's the sort of money that brings with it 20,000 obligations or 20,000 enemies. I just want to, just you're planning what I can only currently assign to as a caper to do away with a gang's what? How they got this money? Where does this money come from?
We don't want to ask those kinds of questions. Eric, listen. Eric, you're a young lad, and I see you're new to this world outside of your village and everything.
How old is Eric, by the way?
He's sort of 22, sort of to 25.
Oh, right.
Okay.
If
Gertrude's only 25, but she's already talking down.
Francesco's 20.
Mari's like 24, 23, 24, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So.
That's verging on old age in this world.
Yeah, that's Gertrude's a hard 25.
As you're having this conversation at the end of the alleyway, down another alleyway, you hear the squeal of a pig, and it runs past, kind of like across an alleyway, and behind it you see a very familiar peasant chasing after it, barefoot.
Oh, Klaus, wait, Klaus, where are you? Don't go. Eric, can you use your magic to well, no, don't burn the pig. Never mind.
I can stop
And
the pig.
it's gone.
moving, right?
It's just like a brief flash of Klaus running after a pig.
He's chasing his dreams.
Aren't we all? All right then. May I suggest then that the best way to continue is for us to retire somewhere where we can properly discuss what the hell is going on, because
Was that all that was on the Witch Hunter? And who is this QF?
Don't know.
Who is this QF? Can I figure it out?
No.
Yeah, that's.
I was going to say you can make a roll, but then I was like, that would involve me actually having to know the answer. So, I'm not going to say.
It could be anything. It could be a first name, last name. It could be quartermaster something. It could be anything. But we should keep this. We should keep this letter because we never know if we can match the handwriting to something else in the future.
Also, I would probably recommend trying to again retire off the streets because bloody death and chaos magic.
Francesco, I think you should probably be wearing a mask.
He is already wearing a mask. He's wearing a long nose Venetian mask. Well,
yeah. Should we go to the inn? Should we go to the inn or should we go back to the? No, we shouldn't go back to the barge because remember we were attacked on the barge on the riverboat before, so that's not safe. We'll have to go to an inn.
Could always go back to the festival where there's a lot of people around.
Yes.
And
there's that noble lady. She may help us.
You've got to know. You do have a lady friend.
You do have a lady friend.
I can't remember her name though.
I don't think we gave her
Which
a name.
in character and out of character is hilarious for it, really.
Yeah, you were so drunk that it doesn't matter whether we remember her name.
We just need to know her face.
She's just a whole bunch of descriptive adjectives that never end with an actual proper name.
Yeah. Perfect.
Never do a consume alcohol check. Basically, we've discovered that anybody who tries to consume alcohol just ends up wasted.
In Call of Cthulhu, you don't read the books. In Warhammer, you don't drink the alcohol.
ale. Yeah.
Especially when there's a dwarf nearby.
Then the festival it is. It is a good place to hide in plain sight.
Yes, very good.
Especially for me.
Yes, if we can find your noble mistress.
Hey, we are not that.
Maybe-
We are not
Your
that well
noble
acquainted
fling,
yet.
Maybe she can help us.
I feel like I've wandered into a teller's tale. This is great. Noble mistresses, bloody-handed gangs.
I have you know, I am a noble of high birth. Wizard.
Well, I suppose I should be bowing and scraping then, shouldn't I?
I'm Tilian, so you can forget it.
He's an odd duck, royalty, high birth.
I'm not royalty. In Talia, in Verezzo, we do not have royalty. We are merchant princes. We have a democracy. And saying that looks around really sharpish, so no one's ever heard the word democracy.
I'm gonna guess as well. Actually, maybe they don't know the word democracy.
Gertrude has no idea what you're talking about.
No. He just keeps saying it and enforcing it, and I'm like, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a nasty
Never
case.
actually
Anyway, let
defined
us
democracy.
head to this festival. I'm sure
I
there are
think
many
a head
sights to
switch
see.
once had a powder for that.
Classic.
Cool. Yeah, so you start walking back towards the festival. You obviously know where it is. You were there last night. I'm guessing Gertrude's probably the only one who really remembers it, as you were the only one who wouldn't meet Hill.
Yep.
Eric, have you been to the festival yet or not?
He's probably sort of only recently gotten into. He's not a wealthy person by any means. You know, the family scraped together the money that he's using to follow this thing, because it was, you know, a case of follow your dreams and also please don't set fire to any more of our important buildings. So he's sort of recently gotten in to the town and is sort of, this is the biggest town he's ever been in. He's never been more than 5 miles from the village before, and so it's literally just blown away by everything, and so far has been sort of wanting to go to the festival, but in the same sort of breath, it's too many people, it's too big a thing, and he's too nervous about seeing that sort of thing.
Well, I would guess with you being in the Grey Mountains, you'd have seen dwarves before. There'll have been dwarves around and things, but there's not just dwarves here. There are elves as well.
Well, the Grey Mountains has a population
around.
of wood elves and stuff like that as well. So
And
he's
there's
seen.
all manner of people.
Yeah.
There are Tillians, there will be Estrayans, there may even be some Cathayans doing some things like knife juggling and stuff. And people from all over the Empire will be there, so it will be very, very, very metropolis.
Yeah,
Not metropolis.
melting pot.
Yeah, melting pot. Yeah, so you kind of head off towards there, and you on the map, it's actually just kind of sat outside the wall. And I was reading up, and actually the fort and kind of castle of Bogenhafen is on that corner and looks over the festival grounds as well. And as you kind of exit the gate, again you see the festival court. I will remember words. Where you saw and had that wonderful encounter with the dwarf on the previous day, where he then ran off with your peasant. The dwarf is no longer there, obviously, because the dwarf has disappeared. But there are the guards kind of hanging around there, and then you've got the grand open of the festival. And do you want to head in properly into the festival, or look for anything in particular? The things, obviously, as a reminder of things that are going on there, you've got the note which talks about Dr. Malthusius's. It's a really awkward name to do that. Malthusius's Zootopia. There's jousting. There's a livestock market. There's the wrestling ring, which I think Francesco was trying to convince Klaus to enter last time.
It's maybe where Klaus is later on is mostly beating the crap out of people for money.
Well, we know he can throw tables and things around, so we know he's quite strong. Yeah, so there's all sorts of things that you can do there as well. There'll be shops and speciality shows and fortune tellers.
So when we get there, Mari's just gonna conversational tone so that it can't get picked up very far from where we're standing. That there was an article also that I found that had to deal with the Zootopia area and a possible mutant there.
Mutants. Man, do we want to deal with mutants?
What is it with this damned land filled with mutants and goat people and what are they, yeast men?
No, there's no bread men here. We don't have those, luckily. I've heard stories of this gingerbread man, but that's just tales. I'm sure to scare children.
Yes,
into drinking their milk.
But yeah, I'm sure. If you want to go watch a freak show, then by all means, go ahead.
Wouldn't that potentially take us closer to the people that you were trying to avoid, if they noted it?
Maybe, but then perhaps we would learn a little bit more about the people we are trying to take a lot of money from.
Fair. Also, I suppose if you can find one of the people that might have your likeness, you can find out where your likeness is being kept, and then
that could be good. We'll get that out of the way, and then we can go to the lawyers and we can get the money. We'll get out of here. Head to the Grey Mountains. Find that crown prince. And we'll start getting the easy shillings.
Head back to Verezzo, use the money to pay off my debts, and we can live there collectively as lords and ladies for a long bloody time.
Fix the mill.
Anyway, to the zoo.
To the zoo.
Zootopia.
Oh God.
Cool. Okay. You kind of wander through the festival ground, and everybody's happy and cheering. It's the second day of the festival, so people are now really getting into the vibe of it. All the food stands have got people kind of hanging around them. Most of them seem to be healthily eating them. There's the occasional person having the same after effects as Mary did last night, not looking particularly too well. There's quite a few drunks wandering around singing and clapping and things. You go past the main drink tent where it's just an absolute raucous party going on. There's dwarves singing and dancing on tables. There's lords and ladies, or merchant lords and ladies kind of mingling with the lower classes to a certain extent. There's even some elves in there, sat in a corner looking rather sternly and a little bit annoyed at everything that's going on. But they are sipping their drinks, and as far as you're aware, that's the most enjoyment you've ever seen an elf have. Other than that weird one who was friendly with Klaus for a little bit, but then disappeared because Klaus got a little bit too clingy. But yeah, that's going on in there. And you head towards kind of the back area where you see the signs for the Zootopia. And you turn up, and there's a gathering of people starting to kind of appear around this Zootopia. You see a little dwarf running around, kind of encouraging people to kind of come see the bottomless moor, come see these great and wild creatures from all over the lands. Only a shilling a pop to see these wonderful creatures. You'll never see the like in any other places. The most bizarre creatures of the land in a safe place, in a safe way. Dr. Malthusius has gone across the worlds to find these strange and exotic beasts that will blow your minds.
I'll pay for some tickets. I'll pay for tickets for everyone.
Oh, well, thanks.
That's 4 shillings. Out of interest, how rich is Eric?
When you said shillings, I started to sweat.
Yeah, right. I knew it.
It's all right. I think Mary robbed somebody, so he's actually marrying. No, Francesco robbed a dead body as well, didn't you? That's where you got your gun from.
No, Francesco and Mari both robbed this. He robbed one body, I robbed another, and we robbed the same one and split the money between.
Yeah, I think we've
killed
all
that Bretonian.
some corpses.
Yeah. Took some clothes, took some armor.
You stabbed a Bretonian and robbed his body.
Yeah.
Seems legit.
Oh yeah, it's totes legit. We are.
Cool. Let me just see where this all goes. Cool. Okay. So the dwarf is. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're a Tillian. Oh, we've got some fine creatures from Tillia as well. But things you've never seen before. Please step in. The show will start in a few minutes.
I do my best to say thank you now with my best possible Reich spiel.
He looks at you very confused.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then he runs
Thank
off
you,
as well.
kind sir.
The dwarf then runs off. And you kind of go in, and there's a group of people kind of standing around a roped-off area. There's a small stage in the middle, and at the back of the roped-off area, there's
Is
a
there
load
a
of.
bar?
Nope. This is
Shit.
show. This is not a place you can get drunk. But you can buy some alcohol before you enter if you want, as you've been walking around. Buy yourself a bottle.
Yeah, we'll have a bottle of brandy.
A bottle of brandy is going to cost you 10 shillings.
Half bottle of brandy?
You can buy some piss poor brandy that's going to be a challenging consume alcohol roll.
Oh shit. No, then.
I'll split the bottle of brandy with you.
Oh, right.
Yep. And as you're sharing it, you share it between each other. I won't make you make a consume alcohol check on this one. But yeah, if you were going to buy the cheap stuff, then yeah, it would be funny. Yeah, so you sat there, you're waiting for the show to start, and you notice at the back of the stage there's like cages and things, and they're all covered in tarpaulins. Can you all make me a perception check?
Oh shit.
I'm going to say an average, so plus 20.
Nah, fail.
3 degrees. 3 success levels.
Oh, I rolled a 0 into 1.
Wow.
Critical.
That means I am not drinking that alcohol, and I'm laser sharp right now.
I have 3 levels of success.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
so
3 levels
Francesco
as
is
well.
kind of sitting there swilling and sniffing the brandy bottle, going, "This is cheap piss. I paid too much for this," and not paying attention. The other 3 of you, and especially Gertrude, I'll let you ask me specific questions about what you see in a second, Gertrude, because of your critical success. But you notice that one of the cages at the very back, the tarpaulin, has kind of slipped off a little bit, and it appears as though there's a goblin-like creature in the cage.
I've seen a lot of goblins. Does it have a larger nose than normal?
It looks like a goblin.
Okay, it's just a goblin. All
It's
right.
just- it looks just like a goblin. But what you notice, Gertrude, is it appears to have an extra leg.
Go. Oh, my.
It also appears that its collar that is chaining it to the peg in the cage is very, very loose.
Oh, that doesn't look good. Look, there's that goblin back there. Can you see that, Mari?
Yeah, I see it.
Jeez,
What's up with it?
I don't know. The collar just looks really loose on it. I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Can I take a look at the collar a little? Like, how far away are we from
Yeah,
this
can we
thing?
Can we go up and take a look?
You won't be able to get anywhere near it, no. Well, you can try
Okay.
over the roped off area, but then then the dwarf will come up and
No.
go, no,
No.
this is the stage. Everybody's back off. You're not allowed on the stage.
Mr. Dwarf, hi. Oh, we were just the goblin back there. The collar on it seems a little
What?
loose.
How can
Yeah.
There's no goblins here. What are you talking about?
Well, the goblin,
They're all
the one
exotic
right
creatures.
there with the the 3-legged green skin.
That's a leg?
Yes, yeah. Oh, you mean the 3-legged beast of the moors of Strickenland? Oh, that was a vicious beast, that one. Oh, if its collar's loose, I'd just better go. And he kind of looks very suspiciously at you. You're talking about goblins and stuff. He just kind of starts walking backwards and glancing at the cage, as to what's going on with that. And as he's glancing at it, you notice his eyes start to kind of get rather large and panicky as he realizes that the goblin has actually made its way free of the collar and is starting to squeeze through the barriers of the cage. He starts to run towards it, but the goblin manages to escape and bolts straight towards the crowd.
It's coming right for us! It's coming right for us!
The crowd go mental and start panicking and screaming and running around, going, "Ah, the beast!" And it's like the dwarf is desperately trying to run after it and catch it, going, "No, don't escape, you goblin! I mean, the beasts of mortals have stricken."
This is Eric's time to shine.
Yeah, but my answer to this would be to set it on fire.
I know.
And I don't feel like the dwarf will thank me for setting his
full
attractions
bright
on.
wizard.
Oh no! We'll talk it up so that you are making his place very safe, and that you should totally be paid for your efforts.
We always talk our way out of shenanigans in this game.
All right then. Well,
yes, and it always works every single time.
Nothing ever goes wrong, ever.
Nope.
all right. Well, this is gonna happen.
Willpower? No, it's a magic.
It's a magic test, yeah. So this is
right.
Roll a double. Roll a double.
Well, first and foremost, I don't have very many spells because they're surprisingly expensive at character start. And by surprisingly expensive, I mean they are very expensive. So I am going to use where is it? Dart. Yeah. So
you'll say it's a fire, but basically it's magic fireball.
Well, yeah.
It's a small
my magic makes it that.
Yeah.
So it starts as a bolt, but my connection to the law of fire makes it a thing. So I need to make a
language magic test.
Language magic test. Thank you very much.
And the number of success levels
is 0. Casting number is 0 for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you add the success levels to the damage with this. Each spell works slightly differently.
Okay, right. So the good news is it's not a double. It's a 24, which means that I have 38. So 1. Yeah, 1 success level. And
that's 1 point of damage.
Yeah, it's 1 point of damage.
But isn't it pluses your willpower, I think?
No, it doesn't say anything like that.
No, it's a very, very basic spell. It's more for using the ablaze condition.
Yeah, cool.
Which the goblin is now ablaze.
So you have managed to cast the I'm going to call it fireball onto the goblin. It is now running around. Its hair is on fire. Somehow this one has hair. It's a very hairy goblin.
Eric grabs a hat into one of his pouches and throws up what is like a mist of flour. And as it does so, it sort of sparks and ignites in a big trail, which then fires out towards the goblin.
Yeah, and the goblin is now running around the crowd screaming in pain. The dwarf says, oh, thank you very much, sir, and runs at him and throws a coat over the goblin and bundles him up and takes him back to the cage. And he's very, very thankful. Thank you for helping the cats. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And that's
quite proud of that. That went better than I expected.
It's a very dangerous beast. I am most grateful for you to help me catch the beast. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
All 3 of you who, I'm guessing you 3 helped somehow? Or are you just...
Moral support.
Yes.
No, just drinking.
Great job, Eric.
And
yeah, he should be thanked for his efforts.
Yeah.
Monetarily.
Compensated.
Well, come see me after the show, because the show's about to start, and I'll see what I can do for you.
Excellent.
He goes off and he puts the goblin into the cage, and the show, after a little bit of corralling with some other people around, they brought the crowd back in, and the show begins. And a very tall, serious-looking gentleman with a moustache that he twiddles as he comes out, and he's kind of got a top hat on, and he's got a cane. He's like, "Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please, please stay and watch as I bring out the horrendous beasts I have taken from across the land." And he suddenly starts to parade a load of beasts and creatures. He introduces some of them as the horrendously hairy horror of Hockland, the dastardly one-eyed dog of Dusseldorf, or measurable moor of the Middle Mountains, and the ghastly three-legged goblin of Grisdenwald. As he's going through these, though, you're well-travelled people. Well, other than Eric, obviously. The rest of you have been around. You basically notice they're just normal animals that have had things stuck on them. Except one of them is a relatively small and malnourished squig. And then he brings out the great beast of the moors of Strickland again. This time he's properly chomping at the bit. He's not happy that he's been put back in the cage. Brings him out. Yes, and this is the great three-legged beast. Because we've got two three-legged beasts, because I forgot that this had a name, so I renamed it something else, because I'm a clever GM. And he brings out the goblin again. This time, the goblin is, as I say, he's pissed off. You've set fire to him. He's not happy. He's been thrown back into a cage.
He does look a little bit more like a beast now, though.
He looks a lot more beastie-like. And he's really not happy with the dwarf, because the dwarf threw him in a bag as well. So he turns around and he bites the dwarf, who yelps, "Let's go with the chain," and the goblin again darts off. This time away from you lot. Not particularly happy about being set on fire. And he goes straight into the crowd, and you lose him through the crowd.
Oh.
Excuse me. Yeah, and the goblin's gone through the crowd. The crowd are panicking, and yeah, it's just gone.
Shame. That was the most interesting part.
As it's gone, the crowd has disappeared, and kind of panicking. The dwarf comes up to you again. He says, yeah, about that. You know how you stopped him last time?
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind going finding him for us?
I lean over to Eric. Ask him how much.
How much?
Yeah, we're really busy.
Bear with me a second, and I'll go see what we can do. As he disappears, throughout all this commotion, you've actually noticed that somehow Dr. Malthusius has gone off, and he's brought with him a rather stern and austere-looking gentleman you've never seen before, who seems to be in very official robes.
What does Malthusius dress in? Does he have like a top hat? And
he's got a top hat. He's got proper like circus style.
That's how you know you
classic.
Can take him seriously. It's how you know you can take him seriously.
Yeah, he's gone off, and he's brought this person with him who appears to have two state troopers with him, or watch patrol with him.
Shit, the watch.
Because they've gone. They were walking around. It's like, they come up to you guys. Dr. Malthusius is a little bit sorry to this kind of. He's kind of a heavy-set man in official robes. He's got a chain of office around his neck. He goes, "All right then, now then, what's going on here? What's all this commotion about? What's happened here?"
One of the beasts got free.
It's just a goblin with 3 legs. It's not really
Twice.
a beast. Yeah, twice. We really need to talk about the security of this Zootopia here.
Hang on a minute. You're saying he had a goblin, and now that goblin is free?
Yep.
Yeah, that's correct.
It were a beast, but
It got free. It got free twice as well. Luckily, Eric, our companion wizard here, was able to stop it the first time, but it escaped a second, which really I think calls into question the.
Hang on a minute. You've got a wizard. You're a
He's
wizard.
got all of his paperwork.
Do you have your paperwork? Because I'm not having any unregistered wizards and all that chaos malarkey running around. I have the power, to put you in the stocks until someone can come take care of you.
Are you really threatening a wizard?
I am. Who am I? What's my full name? I've forgotten his full name. Oh, he's got a full title. I am Magister Richter. I am the law.
There's another Magister here.
I am the law of the town.
Francesco will stand up. Magister, learned scholar and lawyer. I am Francesco. I forgot his last name. Francesco Trevisan.
Everybody's forgetting names.
I bring out my papers to show that I am a duelist and operate as a sword for hire for trials. I can vouch for this man.
All right. You
Shit.
You look like a man who is worth his weight in...
Yeah, dressed top to tail in black with a white mask with a big nose.
Yeah. He wants to say gold, but he's like, I'm not going to say gold. But you look like you know how to handle a fight. And you know what? This useless fucking zookeeper here, the guy's kind of properly now bowing and kowtowing to the guy. He's like, sometimes I'm sorry that the beasts sometimes get out of control. It's it's the dwarf. He's on the bottle a lot, and so I apologise. If we need to catch it, we need to catch the goblin. And he's very much kowtowing down to the Magister Richter. And Richter is like, yeah, we need to catch that goblin, and I don't quite know why I'm taking on a country bumpkin accent again. This was not where it was meant to go. Everybody in my roleplay will end up with a country bumpkin accent. So yes, sir, I will hire you you look like intrepid people who can hunt down this loathsome, despicable, small goblin for me.
Sir, one question before we obviously take on this important matter of
State security.
State security, yes. I have a question for you. I was looking, obviously, in my line of work, I have dealt with hunters of the land. I was wondering, have you come across a man called Herr Adolphus Kufsos?
I have not personally come across this person, but that is certainly a name that I have heard. He is a well-respected witch hunter.
Would you happen to know where he may, or his colleagues may meet? They must have some sort of guild house.
I tried to keep away from the witch hunters. They are a law unto themselves, and they scare, honestly, don't tell anybody this, but they scare the crap out of me.
Yes.
Single lawmans going out by themselves, dealing justice however they feel fit with them guns and everything, fighting demons and witches. I don't want any of that. I just deal with the city and the people here and knock a few heads around.
Right. Well, in that case, then I guess we're off hunting this goblin. There is money in this. No offense, but in my line of work, I travel a lot.
Well, I'll give you two options.
Oh, shit.
You either go find this goblin for me, and you'll get 5 gold crowns.
Oh, shit.
Well, you don't go and find this goblin, and I'll put you in the stocks.
That sounds rather reasonable to me.
Agreed.
We will proceed, and I look at everyone else.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
By all means, finish the bottle of brandy, and he's quickly.
He takes a bottle of brandy and just swigs it all down. Like, thank you. You are most kind, Tillian.
5 gold crowns split 4 ways. Because Klaus is not here.
Good.
You hear again in the background the pig running past, and you see Klaus in the background chasing the pig again.
Gee, wow. Maybe we should go help him, but it sounds like...
He's like, this is the most energetic he's ever been. Running
sounds
around.
like this city watchman is really...
must be a beautiful pig.
Bailiff's real dick. Jeez. Fine. Why is he doing threatening wizards and stuff? Doesn't he know that Eric here could just throw a flaming skull at him or something?
We could have just poured brandy over him, and then you could have ignited him.
Yeah. Anyway.
Magic envy. That's what it is.
5 gold crowns is more than reasonable, though. So we can do this.
All right.
I guess we gotta do it now before this goblin gets into the sewers or something.
I'd imagine.
And I think that's a natural point for a 10-minute break.
Yep.
So we'll be back very shortly.
or not.
And we're back.
Cool. Yeah, back. You've just been hired to go find a goblin. I was meant to read something just before we did this, but I completely forgot. I found the full name of the guy. It's Magistrate Heinz Richter now. One of his guards who is with him kind of comes up and goes, "Well, you've just had a report, miladies and milads and sirs, and yeah, that apparently the goblin was seen going into like the culvert that leads into the sewers over
Damn
there."
shit. Didn't I say we gotta catch him before he gets to the sewers? Oh, man.
Right, well, left foot, right foot. We best start hurrying.
The magistrate as well. I've got to try. The magistrate, Heinz Richter. I forgot to offer you as well. We've got this deal going on with the Journeyman's Inn. Whereas if you help with us, we'll also give you free accommodation.
Sure, yeah, we'll take it. Do they have like? Do they wait? Does that include free laundering? Because we're gonna smell like shit after we're out of this place.
Oh, it's all board and rent and everything is covered. You don't have to buy your food or anything.
All right.
As long as you bring us back the goblin in one piece, and we can kind of deal with it in the way that we need to deal with it.
Oh, okay, sure.
You want it alive?
Yes, they
then?
want it alive,
Or
Mari.
just one piece?
We would prefer it
Well,
alive.
he said one piece. That could mean many different things.
Well, we can't chop off one of its legs when we bring it back. Then it's only a two-legged goblin. And who's gonna pay to see that? I'm sorry, Mari. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm getting a little anxious about going into a confined space that will smell so bad. It's gonna smell worse than Klaus.
I'm not sure that's possible. But
Yep.
I mean, personally, I'd be more worried about the fact that the goblin's now in its natural terrain.
Subterranean, wet, moist. Oh, it's gonna love it down there.
mushrooms.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well,
Fungus.
I should probably find like a burlap sack to wear instead of my real clothes and. Ugh.
The longer that we wait, the further in the sewers we're going to have to go.
Okay, fine, Mari, fine.
Left foot, right
Let's
foot.
go.
As you
Let's
get
go.
the culvert, you notice there is a slight kind of green mark on one of them, on one of the bars that kind of blocks off this culvert. It looks a little bit like goblin blood. You also notice that the hole is quite small, and that the bars are quite close together. It doesn't look like you would be able to squeeze through this.
Are the bars pretty solid? Can we pull them off?
They're stuck. You're not going to get in this way.
Can we heat the bars with some magic and then bend them with something? Or can we find a manhole somewhere? Like, can we find a manhole somewhere? I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas here, team. Come on.
Now, let's not have him waste magic on getting into the sewers. Let's just find manhole or some other way to get in.
I can certainly try. This is what you've been training for.
Well, no, I mean, maybe we can find a manhole somewhere and get another way in.
Well, I will say that I'm not of the wind of metal, so this is a little bit outside my comfort level.
I mean, I don't know much about those learnings of different trades and other things, but I believe if you heat metal, it gets softer.
Yeah, that provides that you're applying a constant source of heat on a sliding and increasing scale.
Well, yeah, you can do that, right?
I tend to do what I would refer to as explosive heating. So, given the fact that that's a sewer, and there's this wonderful buildup of gases, I think it would be best for all and sundry if I don't do that.
What's a gas?
There is a distinct smell coming out of the sewer, as well. That it's certainly a
Smells like
unpleasant-
eggs.
Yeah, it's rotten eggs.
There's a
Oh,
fell
smells
wind
terrible.
blowing.
Yeah, I understand that terminology of foul winds.
Maybe we should.
As you were having this discussion, one of the guards who was speaking to you earlier comes and goes, "You're not going to fit through there. We've got a manhole cover that you can kind of get into just around the corner if you want.
Simple.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend going down there. You'd have to get on your hands and knees, maybe even swim a little bit as well."
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll go the other way.
Gold crowns. Gold crowns.
He takes you off round the corner, kind of basically the other side of the wall as to where the entrance is. So you've gone back into the city itself, away from the festival grounds. You can still hear the festival going on. Points at the ground and points. There's your manhole. Enjoy yourself. It's a bit dark down there. I hope you've got some light. And walks off. And he's just pointed to a metal grate in the floor. Looks like you can lift it out.
All right. Well, that I can handle, and I'll sort of get down and pry it up.
As you do, you can look. You look down, and it's. You notice that there is a metal. There are metal rungs on the embedded into the wall that look like you can climb down. They are rusty. They are wet. And there's the wonderful odour drifting up still from this place.
Fantastic.
That is a lot of
You can't see
excremente
the
down
bottom
there.
of it. You
Yeah.
can't see how far it goes down.
Okay, I'll go first. Let's just get this over with.
Okay,
Do I
make
need to
an
roll?
average athletics check, Mike.
Oh Christ! Failed by 1 degree of failure.
What?
How far did you fall? So what was your minus success levels?
1 degree of failure.
Okay, so you what does it say? Right, so you are going to be taking
Have we got a lantern by any chance as well?
No, we
I was dropping those hints.
Yeah, I have a lantern.
It's all right.
yeah, we got a fire wizard. It'll be okay.
This now falls under my. Yep.
This smell. Yeah,
Yep.
okay, Mike,
Alright.
you are taking I do apologize, but 12 points of damage.
Okay, so I subtract.
How many yards did he fall?
I subtract my toughness from that, correct?
And your
It's-
armor.
Okay.
And your
I
armor.
don't have any
It's
armor.
10 damage plus
Um,
3 per success level for every 3 yards fallen.
1d10
Yeah,
plus 3 for every
yard.
he falls.
Yeah.
I rolled really high.
Yeah. So Gertrude's
Falling
not
damage
dead.
is how you kill space
Gertrude's
marines
not
in this
dead,
game.
everyone. Gertrude's not dead.
Yet.
But she only has one wound left.
However, you also now need to make me a resilience check, please.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Ooh,
I think it is resilience. 1 second. What is it?
endurance. Endurance?
You need to make me an average endurance check as you land in effectively filth.
Grey water. Grey water.
Oh no.
I rolled a 90, so I fail by a lot. 5 degrees of failure.
You managed to fall directly into the center of the culvert. You go head first into this flow of
Yep, I'm in the sewage.
stuff.
It's a
You are
solid
fully
liquid
immersed.
mix.
The shock of you landing means you breathe in some of the liquid.
Oh,
Oh no.
And
No.
unfortunately,
No.
you have now, as a result of this,
Ooh,
gained
what kind of disease?
known as, rather pleasantly, bloody flux.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Page 186 in the book. Bloody
I'll
flux
check
is
it
a
out.
persistent problem in the Empire. And this
Oh no.
be a curse upon the impious by the gods. The foul disease causes its unfortunate victim to evacuate their bowels forcibly and frequently. The bloody flux is endemic in the state armies, where it is commonly claimed to kill more soldiers than any enemy. Typical cures include eating blood pudding to replace lost humours, corking, and rubbing fats into the affected area to lessen the sting. Basically, you've got 2d10 days of incubation, 1d10 days of duration. Symptoms are you've got the flux, you've got it's lingering, you've got a fever, malaise, and nausea. So you've got a few conditions added on top of this.
Classic dysentery.
Gertrude might die over the course of the next few sessions, but we'll
Right.
see how this role plays out, and it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Die of dysentery. You're gonna Oregon Trail it.
So I'm going to say it's not going to obviously affect you now. So in 2d10 days. So in, I'll let you roll this, Mike, as you are the one who is. You muted yourself.
I think that was intentional.
You're muted, Mike.
14 days.
So
14
you've got an
days to
incubation of
incubate.
14 days, and then after 14 days, you are going to have the shits.
9 days of the shits.
9 days of the shits. Mark that down somewhere because days last quite a long time in this session, apparently.
Yeah,
So,
we're not gonna know that I have the bloody flux for a
We're gonna forget
while in this
that at some
game.
point. Yeah. But yeah, you are now head to toe. You've swallowed it, so you're probably feeling quite nauseous and not particularly happy about
Yeah.
that.
Oh.
Cool.
And
okay,
also, my leg is not in good shape.
yeah, you're not in any shape.
Oh god, I guess I have to jump down there now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's also pitch black. You can't see anything.
Okay, send the wizard next.
You just heard this splush. Ah! Kind of come from the bottom of the sewer.
All right. Okay. Fine. I will I'll do that next. Great.
Sorry, what was Eric's dooming?
I don't know, but we may be finding it right now.
Have you determined what your dooming is?
Not yet, no.
Oh, we can do that now.
Okay, here we go.
Because I've got a booklet that has a whole shit ton of doomings in it somewhere.
Is the entire party
If
gonna
I fell and took
falling
12,
down some stairs?
if
Okay,
I
roll
fell and took 12 damage, I would be on 0. That'd be
Right,
me.
roll a D100. Well, roll, typical D100.
72.
72. Ooh. Interesting.
Okay.
Thine
That's what I like to hear.
thine ears shall be filled with laughter before the screams. That is your dooming. For a wizard, that's a terrifying thing to have heard.
Yep.
Yep.
And there's me just terrified my wife will kill me.
I'm also knowing what's coming up as well.
I
Excellent.
don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't like that. Shit.
I don't like that. Right. Okay.
Can I kill
So
the entire party in this session?
I'm gonna attempt my
Challenge accepted.
roll. Okay, that's a 23, so that's underneath my agility. So
So you managed to make it down safely.
yeah, and then I'm gonna just run over to where I
you
saw.
can't see anything. It's pitch black.
Well, you say that, but it's not.
What is one of your cantrips?
I have light.
I am light.
Well, no, I'm not light. I have light. One of my I have 2 spells. One of them is bolt, and the other one is I think it's called light. Yeah, light. So I create a small light, roughly equivalent to a torch, which glows from my hand, staff, or other parts of my person. While this spell is active, I can choose to increase or decrease it if I pass an average channeling test.
Is it your eyeballs?
Well,
like your eyeballs. light up.
Basically, it's as he sort of begins to rush forward. Again, he sort of reaches into a pouch and pulls out some coals, like a handful of coals, and sort of crushes them. He goes, "Oh, waste not," and puts it back inside. But as he crushes it, sparks flicker out, and his hair just ignites and becomes a torch.
Love it.
You've got Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Yeah. But as his hair sort of this mop of black curls that sort of with tracery of the ginger in there just sort of ignites and goes red. He's like, "All right, miss, I'm coming for you."
Please don't miscast.
Let's find out. That is a pass, but it's a 0 degrees of success. It's bang on what I need for my casting.
You needed your casting plus 20 because it was average, so you've passed by.
Oh, yeah, I passed by two.
Yeah.
Things then.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. You see Gertrude kind of probably floating. And I guess you're floating.
Not for long. Yeah, I'll grab them and sort of drag.
Okay, so are you stepping into the liquid?
Right. He sort of reaches, pulls his staff, and just sort of like, grab it, miss.
I grabbed it. Oh, my leg.
Let's get you out of there.
I'm still going to need you to make me an endurance check. And
Me?
you kind of lean over and you get a waft.
All right. Well, I'm not awful at endurance actually.
But it's plus 20, so average. It's an average check.
Save endurance. This is the benefit of truly random characters because he's a tough old bugger. That is a 30. So that is bang on a 30. So I succeed with 3 degrees of success.
Whoa, you are tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. You as you lean over, you just hold your breath, and you're like, "This is not going to be pleasant." You hold your breath, and poke Gertrude with a stick.
Oh wait, no. So you said average. That's average is plus 20, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So that's plus 20, which gives me a 60 total for it.
Yep.
Wow.
Gertrude grabs on to the stick.
Yeah, and you bring her over. Well, you are trying to rescue a very crippled Gertrude. Who's next down this? You can now see a glowy light appearing.
Okay, so what's the test to get down? Athletics?
It's average in athletics. So
okay. Pass by 4 success levels, so I'm down.
You kind of spring down in your sprightly, Julie, Tillian way, like you were doing when you were running across the top of the building. It's the same kind of sprightly manner.
Yeah. I just see, obviously, the wizard with his stick in the, fishing around for a person and other floating crap, literally.
I don't
delightful.
You, sir, but you may wish to help me get young Gertrude here, as she got quite a tumble there.
Yes, I may wish. I may. I shall wait until she gets really close to the edge if you're dragging her over with your stick, and then help her out, because I don't want to lean over.
Yeah, I think Gertrude might have to sit this one out at this point. She's just going to have to hobble up the ladder and nurse her one remaining wound.
I could try and do some healing, because I've got bandages.
Listen,
Not down here, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to... Gertrude's not going to risk it. She's a scaredy cat. So she's just going to hobble up to the top. Probably 2 hands and 1 leg. So just kind of pulling herself up, kind of hopping.
So
you're going
to go back up these wet, slippy rungs that you fell down the first time, and now you're even wetter and slippier, covered in shit.
Yes.
Shall we get Mary down first before you make this choice? Because they're helping you out. So, Mary, would you like to make your average athletics check to come down?
I made it by 1 degree of success.
You are fine. You get down safely, and as you get down, you see Eric and Francesco pulling Gertrude out of the shit water, effectively. It's more shit than water, to be honest. And yeah, Gertrude is in a bad way.
Yeah.
Gertrude,
Right.
are you gonna?
I gotta get out of here.
There is something I can do, but I've never done this before, and it's from my grimoire. So it's not gonna be easy, and we may need to find a bunch of rats.
You are in a sewer.
Yeah, if we can find a bunch of rats,
What are you gonna do to me?
I can heal you.
Well-
But I need to find a bunch of rats first, because I need a lot of things on fire.
Okay, yeah.
Because as Akshi flows through, the more things that are on fire, the easier it is for me to channel. But because it's not a spell that I know, the difficulty is quite literally doubled. Which means I need 10 degrees of success.
Eric, you know, I'm feeling a lot better now, actually. Maybe if I just climb up out of here, I can just sit this out while you guys find the three-legged goblin.
Is it
Can
10?
you all make me a perception check as well?
We're in low light.
Yeah.
I've,
Oh
I
no,
can
no,
use...
it's only 8. I need 8 for it. But everything with the ablaze condition within 10 feet adds +10 to my channel attempt. So
That's
know,
exciting.
if we can find some rats, I can just set fire to them all and then try to heal you.
Gertrude gets 3 degrees of failure on perception.
I get a 005. So
I got a 1.
Oh shit, me.
Yeah,
I've
a lot of...
got perception. I've got 2, but also I've got night vision, so I get
You get a bonus on that.
a
Yeah.
+1 in low light as well. So I've got
Oh,
3.
yeah. Well, it's not vision related. This you hear. So where you've
Okay.
landed, it's a tunnel, and it seems to run kind of like along the wall of the where you've just kind of come
Yeah.
down. Heads off to the left and right. To the right, you hear laughter. Now, Eric, you don't hear it in your ears. You hear it in your head.
No, that's not
Mary and Francesco, you hear it as if it's actually somebody running, like giggling, like almost like a small child giggling down.
Nope.
down.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
We should head in that direction then, surely.
Okay, You guys go ahead. I'll stay here and I'll guard the exit.
Wait.
Sure
Is
the
it your
goblin
leg that
doesn't-
is hurting?
Yes.
Right. I'm gonna do a heal check. Did I, out of interest, did I get a resilience back from leaping over the building?
Yeah.
Because
Doing
this way,
some Prince of Persia shit.
yeah, I'm basically going to use my resilience to do a 0-1 on the heal check for Gertrude.
So
Is that
the number of success levels plus weirdly your toughness bonus?
My intelligence bonus.
Intelligence, yeah. Sorry, it's sleeping. It's when you sleep you get your toughness bonus.
So I put some bandages on Gertrude's leg. You know, make a little bit of a not a splint. We haven't got anything for a splint.
That's how resilience works, is it?
Resilience is something that you can use to do specific, very, very specific things.
So
it's really hard to get back.
So so Gertrude, you heal back 4 health, 4 wounds.
Okay, I'm only half dead now.
Yeah, that's better.
Right.
See,
Okay,
it's just a sore leg. You weren't
Just
dying.
Let me work something out here. So I.
Thanks, Francesco.
67.
Don't worry, we're going to clear out
Right.
your guts later with some really, really, really strong liquor, and that
Right,
hopefully
okay.
will clear you
Do
up.
that.
You don't need to clear out their guts. This is gonna sound really weird.
You just
I
to
need
burn
to
rats.
do I need to do a point of damage to Mari and Francesco, and spend a resilience, and then I can heal Gertrude.
Heal. That doesn't say remove conditions.
It actually states that it does not get infected, and it stops bleeding conditions.
She inhaled. I would say you would need quite a few success levels on this.
Well, if I spend
Oh, no,
the
she didn't.
resilience, that would be 8 degrees of success levels, which would be enough to cast it. Because it would give me a 001, which would be enough.
I would say, is anybody in actually watching this? And kind of, there's not really. I was going to say in the chat, say whether we can heal Gertrude with this. I would say you can heal the wound, but because the wound and the infection.
So yeah, it's the magic itself says it. So it's cauterized. It's on page 247.
No, it's not, the wound is not infected.
But it also
it's cauterized.
No. It's clearly to stop wounds from being, because wounds in Warhammer can gain an infection. This isn't a wound that's got infected. It's gulping down shit water, which is contracting a disease.
The bleeding condition is the thing, because
he's not got bleeding.
I thought that's what the flux gave her.
No, because it's a different thing entirely.
Okay.
So I will tell you this now. There are multiple ways that you can get ill throughout this part of the campaign. Obviously, drinking shit is not a good idea.
Eating shit is not a good idea. Eating bad food is not a good idea.
Being wounded and being in the water causes other things as well. So I've actually got a list of ways here that you can get infected. There's definitely a wound thing and a drinking thing and other things that might happen. Cauterize is not going to work. I'll say you could probably heal her wound, but not stop her from having the flux.
Well, I can at least do that as provided I am allowed to set 2 things on fire. I need to set 2 things on fire before I can actually do it.
I'd wait.
Yeah, I would wait.
You heal up really quickly when you sleep.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's a bit broken that way. Anyway, yeah, you've heard a laughing child. A small child has been laughing. Eric, it was in your head.
Nope.
Francesco and Mary, you heard it as if a small child.
So a small child, or does it sound like a goblin?
It sounds like a small girl.
Okay. Oh.
It is very specifically human.
Can I use my etheric attunement to sort of cast out my senses of the ether and the winds to see if there's something lurking down here? Because the fact that was in my head sort of tells me that's something.
That is basically your etheric. Isn't that basically your second sight?
No, second sight was a separate thing, I think.
Yeah, second sight is basically your perception, but you use your magic senses.
Yeah.
Which is why you heard it in your head.
Yeah.
I was using your second sight and everybody else's perception.
Okay.
So it's very much definitely.
It's definitely magic.
Well, you think it's magic.
Okay.
No. Etheric attunement is to safely manipulate winds of magic. You do not suffer a miscast if you roll a double on a successful channel.
Okay. Right. In which case, then I can use my second sight. Then I know to track things. I use.
Yeah, that was the check that I made you do. Then.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Then I am casting around trying to find the trace of this thing in the etheric winds. Nothing at all.
No, all you know is that you just heard it.
Oh, I don't like that. That's rogue magic, and I'm not sure about
that. Mary, do you have your lantern?
I do.
Yes. I think we should head off then.
Mm-hmm.
Gertrude, is the bandage helping?
This has been really
Yes. A little bit. I can limp behind you guys.
I look away. I have nothing you could drink to cause expulsion of the water.
I just got a bit of a stomach ache. I'll be okay.
We'll get you something
We'll get
better
some
later.
Epicac.
Yeah. We'll have you purged soon enough.
As you are kind of walking around and kind of just glancing at the area that you're in, obviously you can see that you can go left and you go right. You can also tell a little bit off to your left that there's a dark patch on the wall that could possibly be a tunnel that leads out of the city. It's quite a small tunnel. It's not a large. The area that you're in now is probably about 9-10 feet across. There's a ledge that you're stood on, which is about 3 feet wide. The main culvert that runs through the middle, which Gertrude took a swim in, is probably about 6 feet across.
Any more goblin blood around that we can see? So obviously we saw
Not
goblin
in your
blood
direct vicinity.
Right, okay.
But if you want to go kind of looking in places, that may change, may not change.
Yeah. With hair alight, Eric will begin sort of casting around and sort of looking for this thing. It's not the best thing in the world for them, but they can attempt it at least.
Yeah, as you're walking around and you kind of head off maybe to the left a little bit, and you get close to that small entryway, there is a goblin handprint in goblin blood on that kind of tunnel.
Can I see much further into the dark as well? Because I've got my night vision.
You can see a little bit further into the dark than everybody else. There's nothing. Obviously, you can just let me have a look. Yeah, you can see the tunnel where Eric is kind of looking at the moment, but the tunnel that you're in stretches quite a long way, and you can't see the ends of it just yet, unless you want to take a specific route and walk down one of them.
I think it might be this way. Not to sound like too much of a coward, but I would appreciate the company around here because well, that laugh has done for my my comfort with the situation.
Yes, lead on, wizard. We will see if we can. You found sign of this goblin.
Goblin blood in a
goblin
handprint.
blood. Ugh.
Yep.
All right, I follow.
Are you going to go down the small side tunnel?
Mm-hmm.
If that's where the handprint is indicating this is gone, then yeah.
You're going to have to kind of hunch over. It's probably only about 5 foot, 4.5, 5 foot tall. This tunnel. It's a smaller one.
Then I have to hunch up by a considerable amount actually.
It's all right.
Even Mari has to hunch
Gertrude's
over.
fine. She can crawl on her hands and knees with the splint on. But yeah, cool. As you head down there, after about maybe 20 meters, the tunnel splits, and there is no sign as to which way it comes from. There's no kind of goblin blood here. You've got a left and a right tunnel.
Who's feeling lucky?
Gertrude's not feeling lucky.
Gertrude is slowly retching still in the back.
I was always told when in doubt, take left and keep going left until you come back to where you come from. So I guess you go left.
After you.
Aren't you a brave swordsman and fighter?
Brave, not stupid.
Yeah, well, good to know I'm the one going forward in this.
Stay behind the big fire.
Just think of that single gold crown you're going to get.
You don't have to convince me, sir. I'm already down here.
As you, I'm guessing then you're taking the left path?
Yeah.
Cool. You head down this left path, kind of hunched over, crawling, whatever it is you're doing. You, the path starts to kind of open up a little bit. And then in front of you, you see a wooden door. This is so the actual entranceway is it's not like a circular door. It's an actual proper wooden door in the wall. It's actually opened up so you can stand up and kind of go to the door.
Like a
It is quite
goblin
heavy. It's quite a
speakeasy?
heavy door. It's got a heavy lock on it, heavy hinges. Looks like thick, solid wood. It's got like those big metal nails, studs in it.
Why would there be a door like this in the sewers? Unless it was, I don't know, escape route?
Yeah.
Yeah, some sort of exit.
Is it...
Any sign on the actual door? Because obviously it's quite heavy and stuff like that. It might have required pushing. Is there any sign of goblin blood on the door at all? And it's open into the tunnel or out towards us?
It would open into the tunnel.
Is it locked currently?
Are you going to try the door?
Yeah.
It is locked.
All right. Well, we know it's not come this way then.
Unless
Does anybody want to do a challenging perception check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a straight roll, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see shit. Well, I see shit, but I don't see anything else.
15. So that's 2 SL.
Cool.
I got exactly what I needed.
I got exactly what I needed too.
Cool. Francesco is just like, I am so dirty. I do not want to be down here. Fuck this. This is horrendous.
Yeah, I'm holding up the edge of my cape to my nose, under my long nose.
Yeah, the other three of you you're like, door? Why is there a door here? You kind of go up to it, and the bright lights and flames cast from Eric's head, they shift and shimmer in the shadows on the door. And as this happens, you notice that there seems to be some strange symbol scratched in the door. From what you know, Eric, this is definitely not magic. It is not a magical symbol. There is no magic emanating from this. It is just a strange thing.
Rune?
Not even a rune. It just looks like a weird symbol.
So, okay,
Possibly
so I
slightly
know
hand-shaped,
Wastelander.
but not
Is it
quite.
Wastelander?
No.
Okay.
No, unfortunately not.
Have I seen this in my travels?
Nope.
Oh, okay. This is
What
really
does
weird.
symbol look
Yeah,
like?
Yeah, I was about to say, just as a point of interest, what does what? It's not.
It kind of, I suppose, the closest thing you can think of is it looks maybe like 3 fingers kind of crippled in a way.
Crippled fingers. Weird. Well,
Guys,
I don't think there's.
weren't you concerned about something called the purple hand?
It doesn't.
It doesn't
I
look
don't-
anything like the tattoos that you see.
Yeah, doesn't look like the tattoos we saw on the other person, but
Well, unless any
Yeah.
of you is
Kinda weird.
damn ways with locks, I think that this way is barred, and we should about face.
I
You
think
could
we
always
should
knock
too.
on the door.
Yeah, knock on the door.
There's a door in a sewer with a weird sign on it. I don't think you have to be a wizard and a master of the arcane arts to know that that is a damn bad idea.
We are
Maybe.
down in the sewers already. It is a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sure, right, you are. And with my quarterstaff, I'll
Oh
on the
shit!
door.
Give us some time to get away from it. You
Oh,
madman!
I sees how it is, sir. Knock on the door, he says, but wait until I bugger off down the. No, you know what? I won't. For that.
As this argument goes on and the knocking happens, you having this wonderful conversation. The door does actually open. You hear clinking of the keys. It opens. You don't see anybody on the other side, but you notice that it appears to be a cellar. And then suddenly behind you, 2 people appear. Enter.
Wait, behind us in the sewer?
Yep.
Where'd you come from?
This is our land. We don't like trespassers here. Please, we need to have a conversation.
We do, actually. We're actually here looking for a three-legged goblin. Have you seen it? We just figured it might be hiding in this very reasonable cellar here.
Go check the cellar.
Yes, thank you for your hospitality. We'll peek right in, and then we'll get out of here. All right, everyone, let's Gertrude will limp towards going inside. The rest of you can decide what you want to do.
I'll follow.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'll bring up the rear, but I'll have turned around to be keeping my eyes on the two people, so I'm just walking backwards.
Love it.
Cool. You get into the cellar room. There's like crates and things kind of lying around. Look, I'm going to say, Gertrude, you take a glance around and you're like, shit, this is definitely criminal activity. They are definitely probably runners of goods of some kind, and to have this kind of level of goods and value, they ain't small. They ain't small fish, these lot. As you get into the rooms, like there seem to be 4 chairs laid out. One of them does. Would you mind taking seats?
I will. However, I just want to clarify. Do you always have 4 seats out, or were you expecting us?
Well, if you sit down, maybe we can have a conversation.
We already walked in the door to have a conversation. Now you want us to sit down to have a conversation?
Are you sitting down as well?
Yeah. Why don't you bring down 2 chairs?
We don't like to sit.
Well, I don't like to sit either. And plus I can't. I got this giant splint on my leg. Come on, be reasonable.
We can put a splint on the other leg if you'd like.
Gertrude will sit down.
Yeah. I'm sure they are reasonable fellows. Let us take a seat, and we have no business here.
All right. Yep. Fine.
We are simply looking for a goblin with 3 legs.
Yeah.
You sit down. One of the 2. They look very similar. They look like they could be twins, but they're about 6.5 foot tall and about 4 foot wide, made of muscle. One of them puts a chair in front of you, and another man walks in and sits down. That's better. Now we can talk. Or rather, I can talk, and you can listen. But, sorry, where are my manners? I'm Franz. Nice to meet you. And my 2 friends here. This is Rain and Rain. They're twins. Pleasure to meet you, ain't it, Rain? It certainly is, Rain. At least for us. Now, you see, we have something of a problem here. The door you found, well, may not look much to you, but we like it. It's funny how you can become attached to things. He glances over at Gertrude's leg. Call us selfish if you like, but we're quite possessive. We don't really want to share it with anyone, you see. If people keep wandering in and out of it willy-nilly like, well, it will just wear out, won't it? And that would be a shame. In fact, we'd be upset. It's a nice door. So, we're not quite sure what to do. My 2 associates here tell me they'd like to beat you to a pulp and drop you in the sewers with a few bags of bricks around your neck. But that wouldn't be very nice now, would it? They do tend to get a little bit excitable when they're upset about something. I'm sure you'll understand and forgive them, won't you? No, I said to myself when I saw your faces. These people are reasonable. He kind of stares at Francesco a little bit, confused as to why the mask is still on. But So I'm going to ask you to look on it as our little secret. You can keep a secret, can't you?
Yes.
I'm sure you can. And I have great confidence in my judgment. I get that from my mother, you know. She was very gifted in that direction. So I'd be very disappointed if I turned out to be wrong. I wouldn't be angry. Not angry, just disappointed. And so would my two friends here. And all of our other friends. We're very lucky people, you know. We've got lots of friends. I suppose we're just naturally sociable. Now, will you promise to keep our little secret? Just for me. It would make me happy if you promised.
I'm going to do something really stupid now. I'm going to take the mask off. And then put on my best Reich spiel.
Fucking Tillian, isn't it? After all these fucking Tillians around.
I do my best Reich spiel that I've been practicing on the boat. I am no Tillian. That is simply a guise. And you are very good at keeping secrets, and as am I. I am Caster Liberung. And I'm sure if you knew of that name, you'd also be aware that I have many friends too. And I believe it is in our best interest to be friendly and maintain our secrets.
Make me a charm roll.
Oh, fuck.
This is going to be difficult.
Okay. I'm re-rolling that.
Oh, yes, he is.
I'm re-rolling that because I just rolled a 100.
You can only re-roll once.
Fuck. That's 100.
Can you do resilient? Can you spend resilience?
No, I've used everything. I've got a fate point.
Wow. Yeah, well, if you die, that could come in handy.
Totally fail.
Oh, okay. Now, I've had enough run-ins with Tillians to know that you're talking out your proverbial arse here. Now, what we're going to do is we have an issue with you. We've had an issue with your kind before, fucking stiffing us on all our deals. The other three of you, you look like good people. You can keep it. You definitely are fine. Obviously, our lady here, she's got a bit of an injury. You wouldn't want another injury. Mr. Flamehead here, well, I've got a bucket of oil, got a bucket of water as well. I can go either way with that. I remember hearing a story about, I think it was a journalist in Altdorf. There was some kind of issue with a family up there. I wouldn't want that kind of maybe to spread anywhere, would we? So you three, yeah, we know who you are, and I'm guessing you can work out what's going on there. You, however, Mr. Tillian, trying to convince us that you're better than us. That's not going to work. It's not going to work here. Don't know who the fuck you're trying to be, but, well, lads, they walk up and bind you and put a bag over your head. And we move you to away from the other three.
Well, that just happened.
Okay. Where are they taking him out of the room?
Yeah. He is being led away through another door.
Well, that's not in the spirit of being trusting and, wanting the best for us. Especially, with the purple hand.
Would you like to go with your friend?
The fact that you sat us down here to try and, intimidate us, and then just take one of us away. Yeah, that doesn't sit well with me.
Doesn't sit well with me that you walk into this little base here of mine and are being all gobby to me.
Is the door behind us still open?
No.
It just seems to me that you're just trying to wave your dick around to kind of be this big man, when really you're hiding in a sewer.
I'm not hiding in a sewer. This is just a room. This is just a doorway.
Except you have 2 random dudes guarding it, and you come in here and you have everything all set up for some sort of intimidation tactic. It's just not working for me.
Who says there's only 2?
Sorry.
You hear a noise behind you.
That's all I see.
Do you hear a noise behind you? There's a...
Yeah.
Make me a charm roll as well.
Yeah.
Again, this is difficult, so minus 20.
I am going to re-roll. I only missed by 1, but... Nope. Missed that one by 2.
A bag goes over your head. You are bound, and you are dragged off into a room away from...
I'm going to try and kick one of them in the nuts as they're doing it.
You are not quick enough. You are restrained, unfortunately.
Okay.
However, there is still a wizard here who has a head on fire, so...
How many people are in this room?
You get bonuses for things that are ablaze, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And he mentioned a bucket of oil. Because before Mary is dried off, I can't do much about Francesco. That's already happened. But can I get a lay of the land? Like, can I see what's inside these boxes? And
the sealed boxes. They're wooden boxes.
Great.
They are sealed though, so you can't tell what's in them. That's
fine. How many people? There's Rain and...
Oh no! Rain and Rain have taken Francesco off.
Yeah. There's more people that have bagged and tagged Mary.
Yeah, 2 people have bagged and tagged Mary.
And then
there's the guy who was in front of you as well.
Okay, right. Okay, so there's 5 people.
At least.
So there's 5 people. Haven't got access to...
Okay. Eric. Let me do the talking for a second here.
I'm not doing any talking. That's fine. You do you. I am not going to try talking. That'll make things worse.
Hey, so I'm pretty reasonable. I know how things work around these places here in the cities and all that. Listen, do what you got to do to my 2 friends. I understand that they offended you. I will just say that yes, we can all keep a secret. My 2 friends, you might have to reinforce things a little bit, but I'm sure they'll come around. I would recommend, however, that you do not kill any of us, because the magistrate does know that we're down here, as well as many people of the city watch. If we go missing, they're going to start asking questions, looking around. You just don't want that kind of trouble.
Ah, so you are friends of Magister Heinz Richter. He's a very close personal friend of mine, I'll have you know.
Good. He's a good, close personal friend of ours as well. So that's why I think you can understand that we don't want any more trouble. And working with the magistrate, we can definitely keep a secret.
I'm sure the magistrate will be well pleased to know that you stumbled in upon this. I'm sure that would be keeping... Yeah. I think we can come to some kind of agreement with that. I wouldn't want the magistrate to get into any kind of trouble now. So, yeah. Mr. Flamehead here, stop eyeing up those boxes. Don't worry about that. I'd rather us all not kind of bring the building down on our heads. There's like wooden timbers around here as well.
No one's going to profit from that.
No one will profit from that. You sound like a proper... someone who knows business. Come back to a... Come find me at the Crooked what's it called? I forgot the name of it. 1 second. Where's it gone? The Crossed Pikes. Come find me in the Crossed Pikes in a couple of days, and I'm sure we can do some business.
Yes, I'm sure we can.
Now, you two, be on with you. I've got some issues to deal with.
Understood. Where should we pick up our friends once you're done with them?
Depending on how things go, it could be at the bottom of a bit of a watery grave. I'll throw them out the door, depending.
Sure. Okay. Well, if they don't end up in the River Bogan, where's the back door where we should pick them up if they should survive?
Points to the door, which you just gave me.
Oh, that. Oh. Okay. Yes, sir. Understood. Eric, let's go.
All right, Miss. All right. What about Mary?
Mary is left to her own devices, and we wish her luck. Francesco has also gotten out of some pretty sticky situations. I'm sure they'll be fine, and we'll be here waiting for them when they come back. Okay? Let's get out of here.
All right.
Get out of here. And then if we need to save him, we'll figure something out. Okay, let's go.
All right. Fine. That we are.
Okay, so you two are let out the back door into the room that you kind of came, like not the room, but the tunnel that you came into. We will deal with Mary first. You are sat down in another chair. Bag is removed from your head, and two thugs are just staring at you.
All right. She just stares right back at them.
They look mildly uncomfortable, the way you're staring at them.
Oh, she's doing like direct eye contact, like.
Yeah, and they're like,
"Come on."
They're not the most. They don't look like the most intelligent thugs. They look like they're there for their size rather than their intelligence, and they don't like being stared at directly.
All right, yeah, she just.
Yeah.
So, are you going to say anything?
Not our job.
Or are you just gonna look mildly uncomfortable at the floor?
It's not our job to talk.
You know that. I get that you're not supposed to, or your job isn't to talk, and I can respect that.
We just do what the boss says. He told us to put you in here.
And what did the boss tell you to do?
Put you in here. All tied up like.
All right.
Wait for his orders.
All right. Is that the kind of life you like to live?
Well, if he tells us to bash your brains in, we bash your brains in. If he tells us to throw you in the muck, we throw you in the muck. If he tells us to let you go, we let you go. So it's all kind of up to him, really. We stand around a lot. Bit boring.
That's got to be awfully boring.
Yeah, We don't get to do the fun stuff of like moving the goods up and down the stairs. We just stand around a lot.
You guys should start a strongman show.
We've thought about branching out every now and then, but the boss, he keeps us on a strict thing. If we don't do what he says, he don't pay us and we don't eat.
Yeah, but if you do a strongman show, you get paid yourself.
What, like?
It's a show. You
Money.
Get paid for shows.
You mean like those shows that we see, like the ladies do, in like the top floors, in. Oh, I don't know if
they all get paid.
I know we've lost a lot of money to them ladies. They certainly make a lot. I'm not sure the men would like us doing that kind of show.
You don't do it for the men. Well, most men.
Oh.
There are some men that probably like that, but you're not doing it for the men, honey.
I think we should take this under advisement, shouldn't we, mate? Sounds to his mate, and they kind of go off in this weird kind of. This sounds like a plan. I think we could do this. I think we can take a stand. We've got the intelligence to go out on our own and be businessmen. And yeah, you seem to have started a thing here, and they're not paying any attention to you now.
So, what Mari's gonna do? Let them go for a little bit, and then go. Okay, boys, I need you to focus back. Right? You still have a job to do. We do got to finish this job.
Yeah. We've got to stand here and look at you. That's what we've got.
Yep.
That's our job as well. Yeah.
Yep. You got to stand here and you gotta make sure that you're doing the job of watching over me. Make sure I don't do anything.
Yep.
All right. But you keep thinking on that. Keep making a plan.
We will make the plans. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you help us out with that? Like, we're not the bestest of thinkers.
You know what? I would love to help you out with that.
Is there anything we can do to kind of like, help you out as well? You've given us these ideas to kind of better ourselves, shall we say? We'd like to maybe help you out as well.
So let's think about this, okay? Because you can't exactly just break off, right? You can't just break off from your current job.
No, last people who tried that, we found their broken legs, so they literally broke off.
Yeah.
Didn't find the bodies, it was just the legs.
we want to make sure that you guys are able to branch out on your own in a safe way, right?
Yeah.
So I need you to keep doing this job. However, in order for me to be able to help you further on down the line for things and to help kind of get your feet under for the strongman show, you're going to need to convince your boss that me and my friend we've been intimidated enough. Because we don't want to fight with you guys. We don't. We didn't even know you were down here.
Well,
this is just an unhappy accident.
Appreciate that. Now we can definitely help you out, milady. Your other friend, though, however, that he's with Ryan, and well, we don't get any say in what happens with those two. Those two are they're special. They have a special set of skills that get you in a very special set of ways that we don't like to deal with because we don't like the screams. So we'll go speak to boss. We'll get you out of it, and we'll see what we can do about your friend. But there's probably not much we can do that way.
Even just a kind word. Okay.
Then they walk off. They leave you completely free in the room without your hood on. The ropes feel really, really loose around your arms, and you may have just started a rebellion.
I am still going to stay here because I want that seed to be planted to go further later.
Cool. Mary now has more connections in the underworld of the Empire, so a change of job might be in order at some point. But yeah,
I have button men now.
Yeah. Long story short, because I'm aware of the time and I want to deal with Francesco, you are released. They give you a way of contacting them. Again, they mentioned a pub called the crossed pikes. Yeah, crossed pikes, where they are generally the doormen because of their size. But then they have spoken nicely to Bossman and let you out, and you join Eric and Gertrude outside as they're kind of probably sat there wondering what the fuck's going on with you two.
Oh, Mari, good. We knew you'd make it out without too much bruising.
For what it's worth, I was considering, just the whole place. Fires.
Oh, don't worry, that'll come later.
All right, I will continue the computations in my head then for that.
Right. Francesco, you have been taken to a room by Rein and Rein, and you are... Let me just find things. Well, no, that's not working. You are bound, like your arms are tied behind you. The bag is over your head. They didn't take the mask off when they bagged you, so the mask is kind of like knocked down and is kind of a little bit irritating. They rip the bag off your head and kind of it brings the mask with it, which falls to the floor. Now the mask was quite expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it was maybe about 5 shillings. I can't remember.
Yeah. So it's not going to shatter, but it's going to scatter across the floor and kind of maybe pick up a few scrapes on the floor, the stone pavings on the floor. And Rein and Rein are like, Boss doesn't like you. Nah, Boss doesn't like him, does he, Rein? No, Rein. Boss doesn't like him at all. Maybe we should have some fun with him, Rein. Yeah, I think we can have some fun with him. He looks like he knows what he's doing. Maybe we can, maybe those bonds are a little bit loose. And he had to maybe try to escape. We can have a little bit of fun with that, can't we, Rein? Yes, Rein. I think we can have a little bit of fun with that. They start cracking their knuckles. One of them picks up a large club off the floor. The other one slips on some knuckle dusters. Now, our Tillian friend. Yes, Tillian friend, you are a friend of ours, aren't you? You're not going to try and escape, are you, if we loosen these bonds?
No, I would not ever dare to besmirch you and your clear diligence to good work here.
Ah, cool. So if we just kind of relax these bonds, maybe you fall over a little bit.
Perhaps
that happens. We wouldn't want too much struggling, you know.
No, people fall over all the time. It's too much drink.
Too much drink. Ah, yes. We know you Tillians are famous for your wine consumption.
Yes.
And as they're doing this, one of the brothers is behind you, loosening the ropes on your wrists.
Would that be an appropriate time while he's down loosening those that I could just crack my head back straight on his nose?
Yep. Make me a melee basic. So this can be unarmed.
How difficult would it be, given that it's a surprise attack as well, isn't it?
Yes, so it'll be surprise. So that'll give you plus 20.
Excellent.
It's still a melee attack, so it's still against this guy's. Yeah. Back to me rolling dice again.
Yeah. Okay. I got 4 success levels.
Oh crap! Yeah, you properly swing your head back. As the guy he's kind of almost leaning into you to try and whisper down your ear, and you just manage to swing your head back, crack him on the nose. And you hear this god awful splat and crack as the nose just kind of goes all over his face. Blood gushes out of his nose. You feel a little bit splatter down the back of your neck, and he staggers back a little bit away from you, fully loosening the bonds as he stumbles. You are now free. You have not, luckily, because these aren't exactly the most intelligent thugs, you have not been disarmed.
And that was a surprise attack, so I still have another action. before them, right?
And there's another guy. Obviously, the other guy is in front of you as well.
Yeah.
So this guy's kind of stumbling back, going ah, and his nose is.
Would it be rude to just do a fast attack with drawing the rapier and just impaling that guy in front of me?
Yeah, go for it.
Right, so that's my melee of fencing. That's 48. It's fast. I can't remember what else that does.
I think that means you get to go. You get to go before anybody else.
Yeah, and it's got impale, which will do horrible damage.
Doesn't impale ignore armor? No, that's AP.
It does something disgusting. It does. Oh yeah, I get criticals on 10s and doubles.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go to attack.
Here, can you two hear sounds of a scuffle?
So that's a 51. So I've got a -1 on my success levels.
It's all right. I rolled 90. So
Okay, so I still beat him by 4.
you hit, but you don't get the success level difference because you failed.
You get the success level difference minus, so it's less damage that I do. That's how, because it's the negatives are still a number. Because remember, it's your damage plus success level, so it's negative. So I do like what is it with -1 would be
8, 7.
I
or 8?
do 6 points of yeah, 6 points of damage.
Cool. All right. You as you lunge forward, he hears the scream. He's heard the scream of his brother having his nose smashed in, and he's like, "Oh my fucking god!" He gets ready, and he sees you coming, and he kind of sidesteps, and you kind of gash open his sides. And now we shall go through initiative order.
Yep.
What is your initiative?
Well, that's me done because I did my surprise attack, and that was my first attack.
Yeah. So the one who is behind you is going to try and take a swing at your head. He's gathered himself enough as you've just kind of stabbed his brother. So he's going to be taking a swing at your noggin. What's your melee?
I've got another -1 success level.
Right, I have got 1 success level. As he swings at you with his fist, and he's got knuckle dusters on. So this is going to be 7 points of damage to 36.
So that's the right arm. So that's how much damage? 7.
Yes.
7 that becomes 6 minus toughness bonus becomes 4 points of damage. So that's 4 wounds.
Yeah. Just kind of rams his knuckle dusters right up into your ribs as he comes down. And then the other guy is going to pick up his cudgel and swing for you as well. So what? Ooh.
That's another -1 success level.
I got 5 success levels. So that's 6 success levels. This is a improvised weapon. So we are looking at, without the weapon, we are looking at 11 wounds plus another 4 for the improvised weapon. We are looking at 15.
Fucking hell, how strong are they? Where's it hit?
82.
82.
I'm guessing I've shattered a kneecap.
That's a kneecap, so that's -1, -3. And how much damage was it total?
15.
15. Is that with the -1 on the success level difference? Oh, success level. Oh no, they got
so
5.
14 then. Yeah, 14.
Sorry, yeah. So yeah, that's me down for the count.
Yeah, swings. It just takes your knees out. You are down. They bind and gag you. Mary, Eric, and Gertrude. You hear the almighty scream as Francesco's knees are destroyed.
All right, I know I'm relatively new to the group and all that, but I think that is most definitely our cue to be running, if I'm honest.
Now, Chris, what was your doom?
Death by my poisoned by my lover.
Well, looks like
not
the Priest
quite.
of Moor might have been a little incorrect.
Now, he's actually kind of he's not dead. He's technically unconscious. I was reading this a couple of weeks ago. It's quite hard to actually kill a character properly, but
Not when they're
we'll
unconscious
deal with
and
that
bound.
afterwards, and maybe things, because I know there are other things that will be involved in this decision. But yeah, Chris is effectively unconscious with broken kneecaps and broken ribs, and now has people tying him up and tying bags of bricks to his feet.
Yeah.
And we shall leave it there for today. We have a very interesting ending to the session. Mary now has more connections with the underworld of the Reichland and the Empire. Gertrude has the prospect of having connections with the underworld if she wants.
Yeah.
Francesco may or may not be dead, and you have a fire wizard with you now. Because why not?
Yippee.
And Klaus
And
is still
David-
running around with a pig somewhere.
Yeah, David, how many experience points do we get? I know you already gave us 20 during the break, so
yes,
do
you
we get
have-
any more for weaseling around in the underworld?
I'm going to give you all 5.
Hey.
Because it technically says you've got to befriend them.
Which
And
we
I'm
half
not,
did.
I'm not sure everybody befriended them in the way that they were meant to be befriended.
Understood.
That's true. Fair.
But yeah, certainly a different way of that kind of part of it playing out.
Going
man.
left was bad.
Left was bad, yeah.
Apparently.
There is actually a map here that I can follow, that I'm following. So there's anything that comes up is not me forcing the storyline. It's just what happens when you go to these places. So
Right.
quite easily avoided that.
Well, that's the end of that session. So we'll be back in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks time. Maybe
Hopefully,
we'll have
Chigg will be
Klaus
back.
Klaus into the sewers.
And yes, and hopefully we can also recruit another player as well, because we've still got another slot.
We do have someone lined up, but
Yep.
they're not available for a little bit. So
But yeah, if you want to catch up on all the previous episodes, they're on Gehenna Gaming's YouTube. All of them, all the way up to episode 7, are on there. If you want to catch up with our Darkhammer episodes, go over to www.darker-days.org. We've recently just recorded an episode on Space Elves. No, Eldari.
Elves.
And everything good about them. And guess what? Elves are a bunch of bastards, and they're their own cause of their own downfall, as always. If you want to catch up with Dark Days Radio in general, just head over there. That's good content. Obviously, go check out any Virtual HorrorCon episodes. There are shows. There's lots of cool live plays and advice and GM advice and publishing advice and so forth. Head over to the Instagram, Dark Days Radio, or Twitter for more content, and the Facebook, and of course go over to the Discord to chat about these games and more. Once more, thank you again, David, for running session. Thank you everyone else for playing. Thank you to Ben for joining, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. So goodbye for now.
See you all later.